Welcome back to the Godzilla Torino channel. I got a couple updates. We're all set to go out to the track on the 1st of January, but we had some issues with the carburetor. We put in a new fuel pump because the mechanical fuel pump died from sitting too long, and then we got the fuel pump wired up and had good fuel pressure, but we were not getting any fuel in the primaries. So I tried to clean that out and took the bowl off and cleaned out the needle and seat. But then after that it was flooding, so I need to go ahead and rebuild this carburetor, and then we should be good to roll. But in the meantime, we've done some fun stuff with the car to try to, make it look cool. And one of the things was I did this door graphics, as you could see, and I'm going to put out a little bit of video of what we did, the process. It was not too crazy, but it was a little time consuming, but I had a lot of fun, and it's something that probably anybody else could do without very much artistic talent. So I'm going to have a video for that. I also have a video that I'm editing of taking out the Kreitz long tube headers. It's a removal and refinishing and reinstallation. So that'll be 2 parts, but I'm in the middle of the editing. It was about an hour, 2-hour job, and the video went really long, so I needed to bring it down a little bit so that people can actually enjoy it without getting too bored. And we also have a video that is going to be kind of it was a very long video that I need to edit down. It's removal of the transmission, the C6 transmission, and replacing it with a different transmission, and the process to do that. But and also one of the things that I've been working on is I am trying to fix the hood scoop that was on the car before on a different hood, and I'm going to do a little video about that process. But basically we've just skinned a standard hood for a 72 Torino to make it lighter. The original standard hood is about 65 pounds, that not including the brackets and the hinges, and the lightened hood is about 40 pounds, 45, between 40 and 45 pounds. So it's a big difference, and this hood is not hinged at all. It's we got pins in it, and it's manageable for one, moderately strong fella to lift off the car and put it back on. I mean, it's not a lightweight hood by any stretch, but it's actually will do the trick. And so I'm going to have a little bit of a video describing all of that. Getting really close. Hopefully the lockdowns will be subsiding soon, and we can get out to the racetrack and show you the car. Oh, another fun little thing that I did I want to show you guys is come with me. Okay, so my 72 rear bumper was pretty trashed. It's got a bunch of dents in it. I actually got it on the wall up here. You can see it. This is the original 72 bumper. Got a bunch of little dings everywhere, and it's pretty rusty. And I don't really have the money to do re-chroming of it. So I had a 73 bumper. Let's go back here so you can see me a little bit better. I have a 73 bumper that was a little bit better condition, not quite as rusty. And the only problem was it has 7 holes in the back of it for that body strip pad that goes on the 73, which would be a problem because I'm not going to put that on the 72. It's obviously doesn't fit. And the other thing, the difference between a 72 and a 73 bumper is in 73, the bumpers were pushed out about 2 inches, and then there's a filler gap between the trunk and the top of the rear bumper, and so the bumper brackets are a little bit longer. So I had to swap out the bumper brackets, which is not a big problem, but you're going to want to know what I did with the holes. And I did something interesting, and I'll show you guys real quick. I got the car on. Okay, so one of my lights is out, but I put these really cool blue LED lights in the back, and so these will be on whenever I have the battery cut off in the on position. They don't use much current, and I think it kind of looks cool. And if I ever drive that thing at night at the drag strip, it'll look really cool. And the other thing is with a car like this, I don't even have a key. It's a push button start, and I have left the ignition in the on position and park the car in the garage and come back a day or a week or a month later and have had my battery completely drained to the point where I can't even recharge it. So with these LEDs, I have them wired up so when I have that battery clicked to the on position, where it's powering up the vehicle, whether the ignition be on or off, those LEDs are going to be lit. So that is kind of an indication that the car is ready to rock, ready to roll. And if I have it stored in the garage, if it's stored in the garage, I'm not going to forget to turn that switch off. So that's kind of where we're at for now. I cannot wait to get this beast out at the track. And there's a lot more stuff to come. Like cosmetically, we're going to strip this paint down, and we're going to put it in primer. And I'll blend these door graphics into the primer. And the goal is that I want to have the car all one color and fix some of the dents and dings. And eventually, I will have it resprayed with the factory Ivy green metallic, and it will look beautiful at some point in time. I may have to win the lotto before that happens, but in the interim, I want it to look like a consistent color. I want the dents and dings to be fixed. I can do most of that body work myself. It's a race car, so I'm not too concerned about it being amazing. So I mean, like, it doesn't have to be show car quality. I just want the car to look cool going down the racetrack. I want it to look cool when you walk up to it. I want it to be consistent. So that is one of the things we're going to be going to. So the color we're going to go with is like it's the self-etching primer green, and I've painted the roll bar that color, as you can see here. Let me switch this camera to, well, we'll have to come up here. Let's see. You can see the color of that roll bar is the color that I want the entire car to be. And I'm going to blend those door graphics. I'm going to blend the door graphics into that green. And the beauty about these door graphics is that I've done this all in primer. This is all in primer. So I'm not married to the door graphics. They can be sanded down and painted, or I can keep them if I never get to that point, or I can, if I scratch it, I'm not going to be too bummed out about it if they get a little scratch or whatever. So that's where we're at. So I mean, I'm hoping you guys will tune in for the next stage of this, and we're gonna get this hood finished up. I still need to like kitty hair the hood scoop in and sand it down and you know, fill it, and I'm gonna paint it also, so it'll be nice and and cool. The original hood, I will do a video that shows that process, because there's a little bit involved, because I had to skin the door and cut out the hood scoop, and riveting it on, and then using kitty hair. But the original one, I had actually did it really shitty. I had riveted it to the top of the hood, the flange, and so it really was difficult to make that look good. I wanted to do something silly with the I wanted to kind of look like it was welded on, and I was using like a silicone caulking, and that did not work out. It looked like garbage, and I wanted it. Okay, so my inspiration for what I wanted in the earlier version was of this little guy here. I wanted to look like kind of like a, you know, mechanical type. That's the GODZILLA. So I wanted the hood scoop to look like something like that, you know, with like exposed rivets and welds and whatever. But it didn't work out. It was really goofy. It was functional, but it was goofy. So this one's going to be a little bit more of traditional in the fact that it won't have that it won't have silicone or anything. I'm going to fiberglass it in and have it looking a lot better. And the other thing that happened with the hood was I had put it on the ground at my old shop, and I wasn't paying attention and was moving the car around, and I drove the car over the hood, and because it didn't have the inner bracing, it just had the skin, it pretty much damaged it beyond repair. I still was able to use it for some racing, but if you looked closely, you could see that the back of the hood had been run over, and it was ugly and whatever. But so going forward, we're going to have this hood done up. You know, I'm going to get this car all in one consistent color instead of looking like the Partridge Family. And then, oh, the graphics on the door. I still have to do the other side. So the video that I will be putting out will have that process. Since I've already done it, then it'll be easier for me to document it on video, the process without making it too long and too many steps. When I first did it, I had made a lot of mistakes because I had made some stencils and did a bunch of stuff. And for the other side, it's going to be much easier because I can streamline it since I've already done it. But that's kind of where I'm at for today, and appreciate everybody, all the new subscribers. I really appreciate everybody who has subscribed in the last couple months. I'm on a quest to get 1,000 subscribers. I mean, this sounds like not very much. Some channels have, you know, tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of subscribers, but they had to start out somewhere, and this is where I'm at. In October, I had 150 subscribers. I'm up to 260 almost. So I appreciate every single person who subscribed. The only way I'm going to get this channel monetized and have the ability to do more content, to actually go out and do more racing, is if I get the support of the people who are watching. And I appreciate everybody else. So please subscribe if you haven't, and go ahead and like this video, and look at some of the old ones. I got about 60 videos of the car racing, some stuff of my old XJ that I had a rock crawler XJ. I still have it, but it needs some love. So maybe in the future we'll have some more XJ content. But I can't really go anywhere without you guys' support. So that's it for now. Thanks for tuning in. So here's a little slideshow preview for the Godzilla Torino door graphics. The original graphic I got from Godzilla 2000 poster, and I used Microsoft Paint to change the 2000 to Torino, and then I used my a phone app that I have for the Motorola. It's called it's a projector mod that attaches to the back of the phone, and I projected the image onto the door of the car that I had laid paper down and traced the image, and I cut out stencils, and I painted in 3 steps. The door was primered in black, and then I mashed off the graphic for the Godzilla Torino in gray, and then I outlined the letters in magic marker and taped it off, and then I painted that portion black so that once you peeled the paint from the letters, you ended up with the Godzilla and the oval. And we used a darker color paint to do the Torino portion and the oval, and then I did the outer part of that graphic in red oxide to give that sort of flame effect. So it came out pretty nice. It was about a 10-hour process, maybe a little longer, maybe a little less. I didn't really keep track, but it was a great time, and the actual video is going to have the passenger side, the full process, so stay tuned for that.